Hi everyone, this is Tarot Therapy with Crystal. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to tap into our source energy. We're going to connect to source, sorry about that. Connect with your spirit guides, your spirit tribe, to just give you some clear messages for the sign of Libra. So thank you, Spirit, for eternal guidance. I'm not going to take that. Thank you, Spirit, for eternal guidance. I just want to start off by saying that there's always signs around us. Everywhere we go. Opportunities for us to choose our path. Make decisions that are life-changing or life-altering, whatever the case may be. Things that propel us forward or things that hold us back. We're always presented with those opportunities. But what I have found is that most of the times we're not aware of those opportunities, right? Because sometimes they don't look like opportunities. Sometimes they're just feelings and emotions and nudges from the universe, right? So it's very important that we meditate, and it's also very important that we open our eyes and are aware to what's around us, because we don't want to miss what's for us. I know people say, well, what's for you is for you. I believe that. I agree. At the same time, what if it was supposed to be for me at 23, but because I was impatient and I didn't want to work on myself and I was just oblivious to the importance of reflection and meditation, that I don't get it till I'm 63. You could have had something 40 years sooner, you know what I'm saying? What's for you is for you. But timing, I do feel like we as creators have the opportunity to affect time. Religion teaches us to sit back and wait for someone else's time for things to happen. Life has shown me, though, obedience. The Bible says it, if you're a Bible believer. The obedience is better than sacrifice. I feel like that is essentially a life message. Why would I risk my life when I could have just followed some instructions to just save my life? You know, obedience is better than sacrifice. Sometimes following instructions mean way much more. Can prevent a lot of things. I feel like we control time. I could choose today to be focused and get on track, and then that might spearhead something into coming, you know, or I could wait. I could get up proactively, go into businesses, right? This is an analogy. Go into businesses, have a resume, ask to speak to the manager, talk, you know, and probably get hired in a couple of days. Or I can sit back and post comments or post, you know, or just apply online, just click. Sometimes our actions can speed up the course of time. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Libra and cross watchers. All right. Let me get back on here because I probably done tapped into one person's situation and carried it on. I was feeling like this read was going to be for a male before I started, and the Emperor coming out is confirmation. So we have the Fool card and the Emperor. I am getting strong Libra divine masculine energy. Again, gender doesn't matter. Energy is all that's most important at the end of the day. But because I feel the energy of a divine masculine taking over this read, I will refer to him as the main person, and anybody else that comes up, whatever their energy shows up through the cards. All right. My Emperor, Libra, it feels like you're at a crossroad. And you feel the urge to do something that's out of your comfort zone. You kind of see lots of opportunities to do things that are out of your comfort zone, but let's figure out what's going on. But yes, first of all, if nobody told you, Libra, Divine Masculine, you are just like great. I don't mean to say this, I know it's cliche, but when I say like a good man, a great person, you the total package. I also feel like you don't hear it enough that, you know, I'm proud of you, or you're doing great. This could be due to just the nature of being a man, or it could be specific, like as a Black man, you might not get a lot of accolades, or as another minority race. It's something that you feel like prevents people from just telling you how great you are. So I'm here to tell you on behalf of me, my spirit tribe, but what I hear from your spirit tribe, I mean, they are so, your ancestors are so happy with you, and pleased with everything you're doing. But you've lost a bit of your spontaneity and spunk and adventure. I think that maybe if you've experienced some type of life-changing event, it's caused you to be more cautious, whereas in the past you used to be a little bit more carefree. So Spirit is calling that energy back. Yeah. Sorry, that was probably loud. Spirit is calling that energy back. You have definitely been playing it safe. That's what I heard with Four of Pentacles. You've been playing it pretty safe. But Spirit wants you to kind of let go of that. Fear is rooted in that Ten of Swords energy. Yep, broken heart. Fear is rooted in their loss. I do hear loss is rooted in that decision to start playing it safe. But that's not the intention. The intention was for the loss to spearhead you into a place of making the most of your life. Not letting a moment pass, but you have gotten stuck in grief. And when you were stuck, and while being stuck in grief, you have limited yourself. There were so many things that you were planning to do over this last year that you just put on the back burner because you let grief stifle you into a fearful position. This is specific to someone. I also feel like maybe you've gotten into a relationship because of that too. It's a connection here, like you might be in a relationship to oblige someone. A relationship that probably would have ended, you stayed in it longer than you should have because of this broken heart. I remember one time, not one time, because that won't even match up with the story I'm about to tell you. I remember when my mother passed away and I was I was young, so I don't know if we even want to call it a relationship, but I was in a situationship where I had a guy that I was, back home that I was dating. And there was some part of me. Now, there was nothing, nobody said nothing. I just felt like if I was with this person when my mom passed, then they meant something to me. There was nothing that they did, you follow me? There was nothing that they necessarily did that made them mean something to me, except it was just a pivotal moment in my life, so I assumed that it was a reason to kind of stick to the relationship rather than looking at the death and all of that as a time to say, so what in my life do I need to change so that I can be fulfilled before my time is up? If I stayed involved with this person, because in my mind I was like, well, they've been there through they witnessed a traumatic moment in my life, but they were not really there for me. I don't know if that resonates with all of you, some of you, but I do hear like somebody may have lost a loved one and stayed in that relationship because they felt like, well, I got to. Or your partner could have lost a loved one. And you was like about to break up with them, and then their parent or dies, or somebody died, grandparent dies, and you're like, dang, I can't break up with them now, they grieving. So either you couldn't break up with somebody because they were grieving, or you couldn't break up with somebody because you were grieving. But Spirit is clearly saying like, you are stuck in a situation that you weren't supposed to be in. You were supposed to set yourself free from. What do they need to know about the Tower in connection to the Lovers? Thank you, Spirit Guide. I feel like there's instruction on what to do, but it might not come out right here. Let's just... Okay, I'm going to take it. I didn't know if I was going to take it at first. You need to heal. Some of you need to grieve. Some of you need to do some self-work, work on yourself. But there's another message here. Give me a second. Clarify. 7 of Pentacles. And Spirit, give me the card that'll help me make sense of what I'm hearing. Thank you. I hear like different bits and pieces, but sometimes it doesn't make sense. So it's something I need on a card to help make the true connection. Oh, that's very specific, guys. Somebody is... There's 3 people, or three different things I'm hearing. How do you get out of this situation? You work on yourself, right? And you work on healing. That'll change ultimately. Once you're healed, you can't even be comfortable in those toxic situations. Perfect example. Once I was on a path and I was enlightened, and then I started doing self-reflection and changing myself and working on my inner healing and things, I started realizing I couldn't be friends with some of the same people. They just annoyed me. Or I noticed things about them and I was like, oh, this is not what I want to be associated with. Hadn't noticed it though. The previous decades we've been friends, if not longer or shorter. But it was like once I started to work on Crystal, once I started to work on me, I started to reevaluate everything. My job, my choice in music, choice in TV shows, my choice in friends, my choice in what I put in my body, the things I did, I just started to really monitor that on a level that is borderline, like, it's crazy. And then it just, things starts to change. So work on yourself. For some of you, you just got to work on yourself and your whole perspective will change. But this one is a little bit more specific. If you are in a position where you're about to jump into a commitment with the person, Spirit is saying you can't. I don't know if this video is going to reach you in time. I'm believing, though, that divine intervention is working this as a moment of a warning to pop up for someone. If you're considering marriage, if you're considering marrying this person, you need to go back to the table and figure out why. You're marrying the representative, and there's so many things hidden underneath that you haven't pulled out, or vice versa. You're just giving them the surface of you, but not the heart of you. You can't marry this person. Because number one, you're not in this relationship as a healed individual. You're in this relationship under duress. And you're not able to see things, but this marriage will be toxic. This is not the person for you. And you're not the person for them in this state. Okay? So, Emperor, you have some things to do, some healing to do. I think Spirit is already giving you an idea of what you need to do. You're just afraid to take it. And since we're there with the Fool card, let's go ahead and dive into the Three of Wands. You don't know what yeah. You're plagued by the decision. I also hear, Emperor, that you're, and maybe this whole indecisiveness came in the context of a relationship. No, well, I'm not saying no. That could be it. But I'm also hearing too, there's something with your past and your future, or there's something with your family life and your love life. Like those two things are boggling you down. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you don't know if you're even in the relationship with the right person for you, Libra. I'm not gonna go deep. I also feel like Spirit is not gonna allow me. There's some things you need to uncover within yourself that are just private to you. Part of you're at a point where you got a lot of decisions to make, and two things boggle you down or are weighing you down right now: family and love life. But we're going to type in the Six of Cups in a second. You don't feel like you're even in the right relationship. You're wondering if this is a situation that will make you happy. You might not be happy now. You also might not be faithful, or the person is not faithful. I feel like you also that person doesn't fully, I don't like to use the word satisfy with relationships, but that's the best word I can think. This person doesn't fully satisfy you, or you feel like there's not a deep level of compatibility. You can make it work, but you wonder if that's all you be doing for the rest of that relationship, is forcing up a fit. Clarify the Six of Cups. Oh, the star tried to come out. Clarify the Six of Cups. I do feel like there's something. Clarify. Thank you, Spirit. There's a relationship problem that you need to heal from in your past. Either you've gotten your heart broke by a woman, maybe you were cheated on and you were really in love. Could be a young past relationship, maybe like a high school sweetheart or something. Also, I'm picking up a motherly energy too. You might have some issues with mom. Oh, look at me. Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess came out. Follow me here. I feel like it's something that you were once sure about. I also feel like it's something that you might have had a past relationship that you always felt this person was the one. Sometimes we meet people and we be like, we'll have that moment like, this is the person I'm supposed to be with. Then life happens, right? And things don't work out. We pursue other relationships and we find someone else and we be like, okay, this is it. This will work. But we can't let go of that possibility or that maybe thought. Like, dang, I would just wonder how life would have been if this could have worked out. I feel like that's what you're battling right now. That a past love that you felt from the jump, like this was the person. I don't know what happened with that Queen of Swords there, but either you did something to them or they closed you out. Then you have this current love in your face and you're like, it's not even all that I want. But should I take this? Spirit, how do we clear this Nine of Swords energy? Let's ask that. I don't want to leave y'all hanging, because that's a lot to navigate. Spirit, how does my Emperor clear the Nine of Swords energy? I am feeling what that first deck said. You need to heal. Go back. Reevaluate, reassess yourself. Yeah, work on yourself. If you can find a book, a good self-reflection book that has questions, there are going to be questions, or maybe you already have a book. There are going to be questions that are in that book that prompt you to start thinking and asking yourself deeper questions. Because it's a masculine energy, I'm feeling real like a logical, analytical process rather than an emotional one. So it's not going to be a lot of, I'm sitting here, staring at the sunset, as much as it is, you're going to be watching TV and you're going to hear something, or you're going to overhear a conversation and you're going to start thinking on what you heard and reflecting and just coming down to the white and black of it all. No gray areas here. That's how you get out of that energy, and that's how you open up what's new for you. I was going to put these up, but I was asking in my head, okay, Spirit, so what do they need to do to get to the world? Let it go, Elsa, let it go. Literally, walk away. And you need to walk away from, with Five of Cups, I hear like unsatisfying love or unreciprocated, like love that's not reciprocated back to you. Lust, all of that. Be okay with letting it go. And then Knight of Pentacles, to me, I know it's a slow moving energy, but what I hear too in terms of walking away is doing what's necessary to walk away. I know Pentacles is financials most of the time. Doing what's necessary to walk away. And not letting anything hinder you. If it costs $20, here. If you got to pay for the movers to get their stuff out the house, here. If you got to help them put the deposit down so they can get their own place and get back on their feet so you can break free, do it. Very specific that is, but do it. Do what you got to do to get out. Don't let nothing be a barrier or hindrance. I feel like the Four of Cups is a warning, but Spirit, give us more. I feel like it's a warning that paying attention to this hand. Here's a message for you to take away, my Libra Emperor. All hope is now lost. You feel me? You hear me? All hope is now lost. For those of you that are on the verge of giving up, don't give up. I dropped a card. There it is. Star. Don't give up. It was in reverse, actually, on my knee. You feel this way because you're not connected. Yep. You're burdened down. But free yourself. All hope isn't lost. You understand? You only got here through Sometimes when we don't know how to process our emotions, it puts us in places. Sadness and grief is what brought you here. But healing sadness and grief is what can get you out. And it'll get you out quicker than it got you in it. You understand? If you do it now. So please take this video as a warning. Please take this video as a warning. Yes. Animus, connect the sun. Open up, free yourself, let go, and watch. Watch. Your life will change, Libra. Your Emperor. Heal from this grief and this sadness, and you'll get exactly what you desire. Your clarity will be, like no other. But walk away no matter what it takes. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all soon.